couple months ago, I took some mushrooms and I just walked around the cemetery at night by myself. It was the coolest thing.
You're a nut, dude.
It was wild. It was so much fun. But yeah, like I walked my dog past there, but you can't walk past there for a year. It's like that sidewalk's just gone.
And now they're putting the other thing that sucks is they started doing construction on the corners.
Yeah.
Where they are now they're like, I don't know what the point of it. And I know what the point of it is, but I don't know what the point of it is. They're expanding the sidewalk to put huge gardens in. Like trees with some like greenery and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now you're taking away 3 parking spaces.
Spots. Yeah.
And it's just like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
This is not what we need. What we need is for you to make more You know what? Make where Melrose Diner is.
Yeah.
They just put a parking lot there or some shit.
I was just going to say that. I was like, I guess it's not financially viable because if I had that money, what I would do is I would take Melrose Diner or like somewhere around the area. There's there's some spots like just south of where fucking Skinny Joey's got his place.
Yeah.
There's a couple places where it's like, if you just put an 8-story parking garage,
dude,
a couple hundred of cars, that solves every problem in South Philly.
I constantly think about being a parking lot like owner operator.
Yeah,
that would be so
all you gotta
sick.
do is you take one like decent sized property in South Philly, and then you just make an 8-story thing. You charge people $200 a month.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd be for the people, dude.
For the people?
I'd be like, dude, because I want people to be like, to keep coming back, and I'd be like, sorry, lot's full.
Yep.
And it's $10 to park.
Yep.
Just go in.
Yep.
Have you guys ever thought about attending one of those like neighborhood association?
Dude, I would lose my shit.
Because
I'd be punching people in the fucking mouth.
I just started getting letters for it, and this was like, the neighborhood has to vote to approve another apartment complex.
Yeah.
And I want to be like, no.
Yeah. That's the.
And I don't even know if that it operates like that.
Yeah.
But in my head, I get to go there and be like,
dude, I would be reading so many. Dude, you know what happened the other day right outside of Melrose? And I was on my buddy Randy's house, and as I'm walking, there's a lady laying face down on the pavement. Now, my brain's like, just step over that.
Yeah.
But what threw me off was there was a very beautiful dog running around her in a circle. Dude, gorgeous animal. And I was like, all right, this is not a homeless person.
This is legit.
This is somebody.
This is a well-maintained schnauzer.
And she was trying to get up, but she couldn't. I went over and dude, her bag was strewn out in front of her. Her pills, her money, her phone, just all over the fucking place.
Like an old lady?
Yeah. And I was like, ma'am, do you need help? She's like, just grab the dog. And I was like, come here, little beautiful dog. Dude, I was like holding it. And I was like, this is a good looking dog. And then she's like, trying to get on, dude. She was such an odd shape too. Like everything about this lady.
Yeah.
Dude, and it like sucked because you're looking at her like, oh, there was no way you were traversing this uneven fucking mountainous fucking sidewalk with all the broken steel that's in. Dude,
is she on like Passyunk? Is that where she is? Yeah, it's crazy to walk there.
No,
I feel like
as a full-grown man.
I feel like you deserve some sort of medal. You're stopping crime,
dude.
Yeah,
you're helping.
I stopped a crime. I helped this lady, and you know what's crazy too? When she was laying there, I watched it, dude, and it was like one of those things where I wanted to be like, I just didn't have time. Like I'm holding a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to be like, there was a dude who like, you could see he was like 10 or 11 steps in front of her.
Yeah.
So he literally just walked past her.
Jesus. Yeah.
And I did ask her, I was like, did that guy do this? And she's like, no, I was walking. I just fell. I'm like, you fuck. I was like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
You literally just like probably turned around and was like, I got no problem.
Yeah,
I got no time.
I got to move.
And it's like, fuck you, man. So then
I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I always call, but I feel like a sucker every time.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, is this a trap?
Exactly.
You know what? So that's, Danny, that's why you carry a knife on you. That's why you carry a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me, while I was holding this dog, I was like, if this lady does anything.
I've been stabbed and don't want to be stabbed again, so I don't carry a knife in the fear that they take that
Yo,
knife
being
and I get
stabbed with your own
again.
knife must suck.
Yeah.
That's got to be the worst.
And I
in the
don't
world.
live a life that I should have been stabbed once. So if I get stabbed twice,
Yeah. Then it's like shame on.
yeah.
Part of me also too. I live. Danny will attest to this. I live my life like a movie.
Yeah.
Like I think movie things are gonna happen in my life.
Right. Yeah.
Not like I'm like, yo, I'm the main character. I'm like, no, I've seen too many movies to know
I'm going to fall in a river
what's
of
happened.
chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like when I saw this lady laying face down and she wasn't a bum and she wasn't a junkie, I was like, yo, this could be The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like a part of me was like, this might be
This
zombie
could be
situation.
She's going to bite your ankle. And
that
is
dude,
that.
if I put my hand down to help a lady and she bit my wrist, dude, you know, I would punch myself in the face to a point like, you idiot, you've seen this movie too many fucking times.
Yeah.
You know not to do that. It's like, and I did it, but I did the thing where I called out first.
Yeah.
If she like turned around and was like, "Brr," I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, no, this is a thing.
I'm going to take this dog. Now I own a dog.
Yeah. This lady's giving out free
Dude, and
dogs.
this dog was it was a white and cream colored dog with blue eyes.
Oh no, this is
And like a long hair. Like, dude, it was just like, wow, this
that's
is
a
like
Gerard Estates
this is a
dog.
show dog.
Yeah, yeah.
So I then eventually, like, she's getting on, dude, and she was like, again, like I said, so many different shapes.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to sit up, and then I'm like grabbing her arm, and I also have the dog. So I put the dog down, I'm holding the leash, and I'm trying to pull her up, and she's doing this thing where like she's not trying, and like again, I don't know the situation, but she's not trying to stand.
Yeah.
She's just like letting me drag her. And I'm like, you need to put your legs down. She's like, but my knee. I'm like, I know. I was like, is
Dude,
the other one?
Like passerbys don't know this, and
Yeah,
if
so
you
it looks
get
like
caught
you're mowing
dragging,
her.
I knew. And that was the whole thing. I constantly want to be like, I'm helping. I am helping out. Good Samaritan here.
He's wearing a sash. Yeah.
Dude, I'm like a safety patrolman. That would be so sick. Just walking, dude, I'm like a guardian angel, but for Gerard Estates.
Yeah.
I've got a
Gerardian angel.
The Gerardian angel.
Hey, yo, you need some help over
Yeah,
there?
man, you gotta watch out. Don't go on that subway after 10, man.
Yo, you need some help? Oh, you're Vietnamese. No, never mind.
Sorry, man.
Oh, sorry, man. Can't help you.
What do you know Mao Ying? You know that guy? He's tall. Anyways, don't go down there. But this late, so I'm helping. But as I'm helping, this other guy walks by and he's like, I almost was like, what the I was like, yeah, fuck. I almost lost it on this dude. I'm holding a dog.
Yeah.
While an old lady is, I'm pulling her arm while she's like jello legged.
Yeah.
He stops like, yo, do you need help? No shit, man.
No, I'm fine. This is
What are you doing?
my new exercise class.
So then I'm like, yeah, grab her arm.
Yeah.
And then we're both trying to get her up. And again, she is not trying in any way.
Right.
But I will say eventually when she did get, it was almost like they needed to be like locked into place. She got enough of her legs straight. She leaned forward and her legs stiffened. And she's like, all right, I'm fine now. Thank you so much. It was so it was like someone walked by her and pressed a collapse button in her back and she just fell.
Dropped down. Jeez.
It was nuts. And it's like, I see that and I'm like, dude. And she's like, this fucking sidewalk. And I was like, yeah. When the fuck, dude, how long has it been since Melrose has been gone? Almost 4 years now?
Exactly. Yeah.
Almost
it's been
4 or 5
years. Yeah. And so you would think maybe I can steer clear of this, or at least just go to the other side of the street.
Go to the, this is a fuck, and it is crazy how fucked up both sidewalks on both sides are.
And
it's
they
like,
do have those jagged the signs.
where the fucking, the parking meters
So it's like 4 inches of just like steel.
Dude, it could have been like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality I was walking in on.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And then she got up. She's like, yeah, it's like I don't know why I came this way. And I was like, well, you know not to come this way again. She's like, yeah, but the sunset was so pretty. I was like, you bitch. Just go the other way. But yeah, I do find it crazy. And then the guy, so he's walking. And I'm behind him and he turns, he's like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, I just can't believe. It's like, so wait, did she fell? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, why would she walk on the sidewalk? And I was
It's like the aggro crag. We don't need.
Seriously.
Yeah.
There is no reason if you are of a certain, they should put, look, I'm not like an ageist guy, but I'm a pretty ageist dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say there should be signs no elderly on the sidewalk. This is for 55 under.
Boom. Yeah, that's
Do
it.
not come on this
Yeah,
sidewalk.
you can't drive 55. Yeah.
This is not, no olds allowed. Get the fuck out of here. And I don't know why. Look, I'm not going to say like certain other places should be no 55. I think most bars should be no 55 plus.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
There you go. You know, just
No 55.
just like 30 to 40. That's all it 30 to 40, 30 to 50. That's,
When I was working at that cocktail lounge,
yeah.
I wanted I would
Are we
constantly
recording, by the way?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We've been.
We've been.
We even heard you say you're going to take mushrooms in the graveyard.
Look at that.
You're a nut.
There we
Also,
go.
when you thought about taking how much mushrooms were you?
Just like microdose.
Oh,
like,
okay.
To walk that line.
Gotcha.
The microdose.
So where you could see ghosts, but you know they
but you're like, but they're nice to me.
But they're nice.
They're still nice to me. They're friendly ghosts.
no malevolent spirits in
Yeah.
this dose of mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
I would, dude. There was one time I thought I was seeing ghosts in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. It was when the Pope came to Philadelphia.
Oh, you lived there that long?
Oh yeah, I've
Okay.
been there for 13 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So when the Pope came to Philadelphia, I didn't know, dude, it was surreal. So there were people, nuns, camping out in tents in the graveyard.
No. Oh, that's
was
wild.
You want to get wild?
That's not even a Catholic church, by the way.
Camping out in the graveyard, nuns.
Yeah.
Nuns. And there was one night I was coming home from work. There were nuns around a fire in the graveyard.
Oh my God.
And I'm shit-faced
Like
just
Macbeth
staring at it. I'm like, are there witches here? Like,
Oh my
what is
God.
happening? I honestly thought it was like, yo, these people are trying to assassinate the Pope.
That's crazy. Because again,
like an
that's
evil force.
that's not a Catholic church.
Dude, I had no idea. Dude, there were so many people in that graveyard during the Pope weekend.
That's wild.
It was nuts. All of South Philly, dude, the amount of like and it's crazy because you live in South Philly, you live in a very Italian part of South Philly.
Yeah.
You know there's going to be Catholics everywhere.
Yes.
However, during the Pope weekend, people were putting on their vestments, dude.
Yeah.
It was wild. There were dudes wearing like cloaks constantly. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Is this how it is in Vatican City all the time? I just didn't really understand it, but the amount of people, dude, there was like parties in that graveyard at night. They were holding midnight masses.
Why
and
are we
shit.
not doing that now? Why are we not doing that now? It's not a church anymore. It's just like, it's like a community center. Like, why don't we just have like a 10 p.m. Friday night party there?
Dude.
Sometime? Just hang out.
Why not?
Well, like just get a sheet up, show a movie, right?
Oh my God, movies in the graveyard?
Yeah, they
Can
do
you
it. They
rent
do it in L.A. Yeah,
Can you rent that? If that's a community center, can we rent it?
I think. I bet we probably.
Yo.
I don't know if they'd let us in the graveyard, but like,
They party in that graveyard.
come on, yeah.
I want a big inflatable
a-
slide.
A big inflatable slide.
Big inflatable slide in the graveyard, dude. Come on,
Just
man.
like a photo booth,
Just
like one of those like
big-
silly things with a fake mustache.
Dude, why not? It's crazy when that graveyard also. I think it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Dude, during the pandemic, the graveyard became overgrown.
Yeah.
And it looked, dude, I would go. So that was another thing. I didn't know it was a community center. That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
I thought it was still an operating church.
No, it's a community. I think it's a community center. I think it was a Lutheran church because
Got
if
it.
you look at it, if you go through there and look at all the names, first of all, it's all of the graves are on an angle. If you look at it, they're not with the streets.
Yeah.
They're on an angle.
Holy crap.
Because my wife found this out. There used to be a street that basically went through it like a Passyunk kind of like
Whoa.
45-degree angle. So that's why they're all like that. But if you look at the names, they're all like German names.
Yeah.
And so it was like a Lutheran church. It might have been maybe like Catholic for a little while, but then I think for years it's been just a like a community center. Like it was vacant for a while.
One of my favorite last names is in that graveyard.
Oh, which one?
Falconer.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Falconer.
Yeah,
is a
Falconer is
sick
wild.
last name, dude.
Yeah,
I was like,
what?
yo,
there's
that's
one
sick.
that's kind of across. I think if you come out of like your street, if I think where you are, like, and off to the right, there's because it's always like you want to see like it's like Ezekiel,
Yeah, yeah.
Shankweiler from like 1853, but then there's one that's just like it's like, you know, Danny Martini, like 2008, like
2008.
He was like 27, and you're just, and there's like a photo image of him. You're like, oh, I don't need to see that. Like he's dressed like in his best, you know,
I know
American Pie like era, like just like with his like, I don't need
with his
frosted
collar up.
tips, like the, you know, it's like yeah,
that's no good. There was a guy. I think that was one thing that freaked me out as a kid, because the graveyard my grandfather's buried in, my pup is buried in this graveyard that apparently is like, it's one of the oldest ones in Montgomery County.
Where
it's off 724, right outside of Phoenixville.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly. Yeah.
So it's right near Colonial Gardens.
Yep. Yeah.
So that cemetery, it's actually when he was being buried, they kept referring to it as a churchyard.
Okay.
And I was like, you mean the cemetery? Like, no, there's a church there. If a church is attached to the cemetery, it's a churchyard.
Yes.
And I was like, does it fucking matter? I was like, does it matter? I was like, we can keep calling it. The guy was getting real mad every time I referred to it as a cemetery.
Yeah, because the cemetery is its own thing.
It's its own thing.
A graveyard is when it's stacked to the church or a churchyard. Yeah.
And it's like, he was like, it's a churchyard.
Yeah.
But in that churchyard where my pup is buried, there's like a small road that goes behind the church, and then there's, for whatever reason, and I don't know if they planned it this way, but it's nothing but children's grave sites.
Oh,
it's like a whole big plot, like
it's like in front of McDonald's.
Yeah, there's a place and everything. Grimace is out there the whole time,
just sad.
It's just sad Grimace. But
just
there's
jumping out of Shamrock Shake.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah.
But there's a fucking
children's graveyard.
It terrified me for the longest time.
Yeah, of course.
But no, well, the one in particular, because there were old graves, the ones that like they you can't even tell. I do feel bad. Like every time I see a graveyard and you see those, you know, they're children's graves.
Yes.
But they're just like that rounded stone that has no name or no marker. They've just been eroded by the weather, and you're just like, there's a baby in there. That's depressing. So they had a bunch of those. And then they had like, you know, pretty big ones that were, you know, of recent time. But there was this one gravesite that freaked me out because the kid's face was etched on the gravestone.
That's the worst. Yeah.
And
we don't
he
need that.
was smiling. Dude, it's the creepiest grin.
Yeah.
His name was Trevor Buzzard.
Oh, my
and it
God.
is burned into my mind. He had a black gravestone and his face was engraved in it, and there were toys all around it. And it was like the first time I ever thought like a ghost would follow me home.
Oh, it would be Trevor Buzzard.
It would be Trevor Buzzard, without a doubt. And like if I was taking mushrooms, Trevor Buzzard
would be
you did this. It's like, no, I didn't. And then I had to like, I did that thing where I concocted up how he died.
Yeah.
And then I just attached, like anytime anybody asked me about it, and I told my younger brother that he died he was on a school field trip and he had his head out the window.
Yeah.
And then like he hit a tree.
He got hereditary.
But no, what happened was he hit a tree and a beehive got stuck on his head. Because he died of bee stings because at the time My Girl had just come out and I was obsessed.
Of course.
With My Girl.
He needs his glasses.
And I was like, yo, dude, how crazy would that be?
Yeah.
It was like he didn't die of decapitation. He got a beehive stuck on his head.
Just Benny Hill music
and he just
playing.
and he just died being stung to death. And he did have glasses. He did have glasses.
Smiling through the glasses, yeah.
It was like, he looks like Thomas J. He might. And then my brother was like, that can't happen. I'm like, it did. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. And the reason they had to etch his face on there is because they couldn't have an open casket funeral.
No.
Like they had to have something to remind everybody. And my brother believed that for the long, he probably still does. He actually probably still
Get him on the line.
He would be like, what are you talking about? And I'd be like, Trevor Buzzard. Be like, don't you fucking, dude. There would be times where we would even say that.
Yeah.
Like we'd be in the basement playing video games, and I'd turn out the light and be like, Trevor Buzzard. He'd be like, shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, he's coming to get you, dude. And everyone was just like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, there's just some creepy dead kid that only my younger brother and I knew about.
Right.
That was what was shitty, is like, it was far away enough when we were kids, like we couldn't just ride our bikes
and
there.
just like show everybody else.
Couldn't show everybody. And I would tell people like, yeah, it was a grave with a kid's face on it. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. I'm like, it is real.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the curse of Trevor Buzzard. And I wanted it to happen so bad.
One of my favorite like crime stories there's a Forensic Files episode, like there's been a bunch of, was this guy I forget where it was, but like this guy came into this house and like stabbed the mom and like killed the 2 boys. Like they were like 5 and 8 years old, right? And so they had the funerals, terrible, everything's awful, right? And then the father, like the dad was still at work or whatever. And they had a funeral and somebody was like, or it wasn't even a funeral. They had the funeral and then a couple days later, it was like the 5-year-old's birthday. So they threw a birthday party for the kid. And talk about like parties in the graveyard. They threw a birthday party for the kid and they had balloons and cakes and they're singing happy birthday and the mom's there. This is like a week after the murders, right? She is spraying silly string on the graves and they had the news there and she was like, you know what? We know he's up there in heaven partying and doing all this. And she has this huge smile on her face and they're all like having this birthday party for these 5 and 8 year olds. And the cops saw it and they're like, oh, she murdered the kids.
She did it.
And they just looked at it, like they looked at the paperwork 2 minutes and they arrested her basically right away. And she's still in jail to this day. Because,
Damn.
Yeah. Because she threw like a fun birthday party.
You gotta take the time to you gotta mourn right, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna commit, murder on your children, you gotta mourn right.
You gotta take that. It's all about timing. Comedy and child murder.
It's
all about timing. All it is.
You can't just throw a party for your day. Even look, I understand. Those vouchers for pizza parties at Domino's, they run out.
You have a book it.
Oh my God! You gotta use it.
You gotta let it expire. You just gotta buy that.
You gotta use it before it goes out. It's like, look, my son loved parties.
Yeah,
I know. Like one of my ex-girlfriends, she still throws a birthday party for her sister at her gravesite.
Really?
Yeah. Her sister died when she was 26 or 27.
So that's a little bit more.
No,
like I'm not saying it's not weird, but it's a little more acceptable.
I think it's more acceptable.
Yes, absolutely.
I think throwing birthday parties for your children at the gravesite,
who literally just died the week before.
It's like you can't even have when you're in your 20s and you die.
Yeah.
You want your buddies to come there and like get wasted
party
at your gravesite.
Yes.
Dig me up, maybe.
Egg on my coffin.
You can't even do that. You can't do that to the kid. You look like a nutball.
Well, and you know that like back in the day.
And the silly string on the grave.
The silly string is like, watch the video. It's amazing. It's because you're just like, this woman is definitely crazy and she murdered them. And like, she definitely did. And then they found out. Like,
awesome.
So, like Laurel Hill Cemetery, like out on like Kelly Drive, and there's the other one on the other. Like back in the day when they made cemeteries, it was like a little bit out of town because obviously they were right in town.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a beautiful scenic destination.
Very much so.
Where people could go and visit their loved ones. So it was like a park. Like you would go and have picnics in the graveyard.
You know what's crazy? I also heard, and I don't know if this is true. I might be wrong, but I did hear this. The other reason cemeteries were a certain distance from where people lived was because if someone was going to grave rob, when they were leaving, you could see them. They tried to keep it like isolated.
I could see that.
If there were people watching, like, yeah, we saw this guy there.
Yeah.
And you're saying caskets were broken into?
Yeah.
This guy definitely did it.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, someone told me, like, that the other reason was necrophilia. They were like, yeah, dude, like, they put him far away. It's like, it's all those weirdos.
He's like button up his shirt, smoking a cigarette, whistling.
I'm just actually going to party.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to party with some babes at the cemetery. You know how it is. They never say no, those babes. And I think that's also why I think mausoleums started going the wayside.
Yeah, because you could get in and out like pretty easily. Yeah,
and I look. What are you going to do when you got plans? Are you going to be cremated?
Cremated and just like
damn.
Yeah, I think so. What about you? Are you?
I want to be stuffed. I want to be taxidermy.
Yeah,
I want that, or I want to be. So I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, and I get why some people would be upset if this happened.
Yeah.
But I also, in my head, I'm like, yo, how sick would it be if this happened? Some guy had donated his mother's body to science for, medical research, maybe possibly, just he did it in very benevolent ways. Like, sure. maybe she'll unlock the key to this
it's
or
cancer
that.
Research.
Sure.
Right.
But really what had happened was when he signed the papers for her to be a derelict, I don't know if it's all bodies.
Yeah.
But when you sign those papers and you become like property of the state,
okay,
the state can do with it what it wants.
Yeah.
Even if that means testing military weaponry on it.
Like
and
exploding.
He found out that his grandmother or his mom was blown up by a ballistic, like a new weapon. And I'm like, yo, fucking right. I don't think that would be bad. I think that would be sick.
Honestly, I don't care at that point. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not? Like, let it happen.
I would be like, yo, at least videotape it and make it funny.
Right. Put a funny hat on me, like with like one of those
make
like,
me
German
doing like
hats
the
with a feather.
DX suck it thing and then
Right.
blow me up or something. Make me do like,
Or like have your arms come up like the Home Alone, like, you know, on the Macaulay Culkin tip. Yeah.
or you know what else would be great? If there was another body,
Yeah.
get that body and then put like a bomb around it and then have me like trying to
defuse it, like MacGruber it. Yeah.
dude.
Like make it
and then we're
fun.
both blown up.
Yeah.
That seems like, dude. And this guy was like, they desecrated my grandma, and they did me wrong. It's like, dude, your grandma just was part of the military industrial complex.
Yeah.
She's protecting America, dude.
Yeah, she is a hero.
She's a
Gold star.
I think you should get a placard.
Yep. 100%.
Or some kind of stuff. I think that's another thing too. You can pay because you do get paid to donating your body to science. So like, I don't know how much you get paid now. I don't know how much people get paid, but I do think if you're like, yo, I want my body to be donated to the military to test a cool new weapon.
Right.
Give me like $300. I think I'd
okay, what if it's this? Like, you know those stolen valor videos where somebody like is like pretending to be a vet to get a discount or to get preferential, whatever. You should be allowed to do that. And if you get caught, you have to then donate your body.
Yes.
But then all bets are off. You're like, all right, we can't call you out. We can't do it, but we called you. Now you have to donate your body.
Now
to the military.
you have to be set on fire with a cool new flamethrower.
Just because you wanted a better seat on the plane or whatever.
Yeah, dude. You want this discount?
You get that discount at Applebee's? Yeah.
You can't do that.
Thank you for your service in 20 years.
Yeah, dude, we're going to freeze you and break your whole head open. I'd be like, fuck yeah. I'd go with it.
Yeah.
I would. Or if they were like, yo, man, we were just
rented
talking.
valor at that point.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely rented. It's by the hour valor, dude. It's if like we were talking on the hallway, like I talked about joining Space Force.
Yes.
If someone was like, yo, man, you're going to die. We're going to take your body up into space and we're going to test like lasers on it.
Yeah, of course.
I'd be like, yo.
Yeah.
Get me in space.
Yeah.
Blow me apart. And then this is where my brain goes too. Now I'm blown apart in space. There is a 0.00000, like millions of zeros in front of 1% chance. Part of my body flies out into space and lands on a planet.
Yeah.
And then it's just a planet full of my DNA.
Yeah. And then it regenerates.
And
then you sort of come back to life
and then
in its own.
Later, those idiots somehow form a rocket and they come to Earth. And it's like, there's a whole bunch of these fucking guys.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing? It's like, yeah, we found out what you did to us. Actually, we're just here to party.
Yeah.
We're just here to party. We no problems.
Yeah. We're
actually very lost. we ran out of resources. It'd be like Alien Nation.
Yeah.
When those aliens show up and they're like, yeah, we're not mean and we're not actually benevolent. We're just refugees.
Yeah.
We have no idea how to work our spaceship.
My name's
anymore.
Trevor Buzzard.
Yeah, what is Trev Buzzard, dude? All of them are Trevor
Buzzard because it's just his DNA like all over the place.
All they can remember. Holy shit! This is the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner. I am joined by the one and only Chip Chantry. Thank you for being here. Do you have anything to plug? For the people
just
watching?
at Chip Chantry on all this stuff. My comedy special Move Closer is on YouTube.
Such great.
And I got a podcast called the Sunburn Podcast. I'm going to Hawaii next week.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, so we talk about comedy and tropical travel and just like living the good life.
Now, when you're in Hawaii, and you've never been to Hawaii before? Never been. What is the one thing you're not looking forward to, and what is the one thing you are looking forward to?
I'm not looking forward to the flights and the airports. Like especially with right now, like I don't know if the shutdown's still going to happen or if it's going to come to an end. We'll see. So like the travel there is going to be the shitty part, and then I just want to walk on the beach, man, just like to see what that's like, and we're gonna go on some hikes, like just to see what the jungle looks like, and like I don't know. Is there a good graveyard? There's got to be some crazy.
Dude,
I've seen those episodes of the Brady Bunch. There are some burial grounds there that I want to check out.
I would figure. I mean, I think my biggest problem that I would have And it sucks. It's because either if I went to a place with indigenous people,
Yeah.
that was also a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Because Hawaii is a tourist destination,
Right.
a vacation destination that happens to be inhabited by indigenous peoples.
Right.
My biggest fear would be asking them really stupid questions that they're like, who the fuck? No.
Well, and I think
Fucking
that's
no.
an issue right now too. Like, I think there is like a lot of like, I think rightfully so, like some pushback of like the indigenous people are like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, you're just ruining this. And it's like, we probably are, you know, it's like, so you feel, so like, I want to be like, when I'm there, I want to be like super respectful and like take it all, like take all the culture in, but like not, yeah, you don't leave that footprint there. That's,
I just would be like,
Yeah.
yo, how many people were thrown into this volcano?
Right.
At some point, like,
you're gonna
nobody
be that guy.
does that.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. I also think about the curses.
Yep.
Apparently, if you take the
Yeah, like
rock,
the rock, the ash or whatever.
the rock, and you take it and you get, I don't want to be cursed, but I would love for me to be able to blame all my problems on something.
That would be nice to have
know?
that. Yeah.
Just to be like, why is this kind of, I was like, I am cursed, dude.
Yeah.
I took a rock from volcanoes
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
That's why that's why I have to empty my sure, I can't even think of the word. What's the thing you have in your back? Your what's the little pool that you got in your back? Your whirlpool.
Oh, my hot tub.
Your hot tub. I can't even think about the word hot tub.
I was like,
Your hot
what
tub.
are you talking
I don't
about?
know where
dude?
I'm coming from.
I'm a hot tub curse.
Your hot tub cursed.
I mean, I would love to have something to be able to be like, yo, if someone's like, why is he like that? I was like, yo, he's actually cursed.
Yeah, he's actually cursed, so it's like, yeah, step back.
He betrayed a Hawaiian gypsy.
Yeah.
And now he's cursed forever. And he refuses to give, because I'm stubborn. Also, I would look at it like this, like, yo, the airfare to get back there. Because I know people,
'cause you
have to
they
return.
fly back.
Yeah,
You
you
fly
have
back
to
and you
return
bring-
the rock.
you return the rock,
And
yeah.
allegedly, you can't just send it back.
You have to
physically return it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd be like, though, I'm at least cursed for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
dude. I'm
yeah.
not going
I can't.
back.
I can't do it. No. So yeah. No. I want to be very respectful. I don't want to. Yeah. Like you don't want to step on any toes. You want to just. And that's another thing too. Like wherever I am, like even if it's just like somewhere, it's just like another town in Pennsylvania or whatever. It's like I like just to like try to like chill and try to go under the radar as much as possible. And like, what would a normal person in this town do? Like, I don't need to go to the touristy spots. Like, I want to see like what that little
but
weird.
It kind of blows. I'm not saying Hawaii isn't all touristy.
Yeah.
But I would feel like Hawaii's like the destination. When you think about like from the time you were a child.
Yeah.
Someone's like, where are you going on vacation? It's like, oh, they're going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I would figure there's nothing but tourist shit there.
Yeah.
Like, where is the normal shit? Like, yo, this is off the beaten path. I'd be like, no, it's not, because I read about it in this brochure. It's
Right.
not off the beaten path. It kind of blows my mind. Like, what do the natives do in Hawaii?
Right.
Besides hate all the fucking white people that come there, which I could understand.
I can understand. Like it's exactly.
I mean, it's kind of like I had to deal with that when we took a fucking field trip to an Amish farm when I was in 6th grade.
Oh yeah.
And those people were pissed.
Were
And,
they?
dude? And it was like, you could tell they didn't. Why they did it, I do not know. I don't know if it was like they got
paid, I'm sure, yeah.
Sure, but like why they allowed us into their community?
A bunch of 11-year-olds from Springford.
To gawk at like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's.
Who's this guy?
And then they probably do it a couple times a week.
Dude, it's like, and all the kids, like, you weren't allowed to talk to the children. You weren't allowed to engage the children.
Yep.
And the only people you could engage or talk to was anyone that like approached you and then stood in front of you. So like if they were coming towards you, you
couldn't just be like,
you could
hey.
be like, hey, what's going on? They had to stop and be like, address me.
Yeah.
Because also they couldn't address you. You had to address them.
So they could just stand in front of you.
And there'd be that was also another thing. We're fucking kids. So guys would like, even women would just stand in front of us and we would be like, who's going to talk first?
Yeah.
It's like, we were such assholes. Why did we do this?
Right.
And I felt bad. And the other thing that was crazy too, they invited us into one of their houses. And when we went into the house, there was a lady who was like, again, she couldn't like tell us to go.
Right.
But she was like staring at us like, what are you doing in here? Dude, there was a casket in the living room.
Oh my God. Oh, that's amazing.
And we like walked through this house like on a tour where clearly
they're having a
had
wake.
died.
Jesus.
And we were just like eating fruit snacks. Like, this is crazy. Like, just slam. Dude, that was another thing. Slamming gushers in front of an Amish kid
Can I throw pennies in there?
the biggest insult, dude. We were like, and they're like, don't touch anything, dude. We're touching everything.
Just go bowling. Come on.
Dude, there was no why we did this.
Yeah.
We had to either be the cheapest, like, field trip they could give us at the time, or there was someone who was just like, yo, let's see what those fucking Amish are doing.
Yeah.
Let's just like fucking figure it out, because I'm very, very suspicious of them. And it like made no sense, dude. And it was in Lancaster, so we drove.
Yeah, that's a good hour plus
All the way out there. Spent maybe 3 or 4 hours walking through this town.
Yeah.
And then got on a bus and went back,
And just left.
We just invaded. Dude,
And what was the whole point? The whole point is like, look at these freaks. Like, look at what these idiots are doing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, this is how we live our lives. We're farmers. We're living off the land, basically. We have these religious beliefs. Like, leave us alone. And then they're like, no, we're going to come look at you.
I think really what it was a look at how good you got it field trip.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what that was. It was like hey, you're bitching about how you're low middle class and you go to a public school. Like, look at these dudes.
Yeah.
You have a TV. Imagine not having anything that you enjoy. You guys got action figures and fucking super soakers and shit.
Yeah.
These kids have nothing here. They go to the woods maybe. It's like, fuck, this is terrible.
Oh my God.
And I felt so bad. Like, looking back on it, like, that was because like you were, I mean, honestly, slack jawed, like,
Of course. Yeah.
look at these freaks.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are they doing and why?
Yeah.
And there was no reason for us to be there. And there was
These
tons
kids are
of
never going to join Space Force.
No.
Ever.
Do you guys even know? That was the thing too. We were like,
Although, imagine going to an Amish farm today and explaining how bad parking is in Southfield. Like, could you guys imagine? Jeremiah, get over here. Let me hear this. 4 loops. I do 4 fucking
how
loops.
many times you guys have to go around parking this carriage?
Clack, 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 clack.
Fucking nightmare.
Parallel park
shit.
that thing. Just,
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this sports season. On Prize Picks, whether you're into football, basketball, or both, it always feels good to be right. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections. It takes less than 60 seconds to turn your hot takes into cash. And if you want to pick more on the projected stats on QBs, pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns, with Prize Picks stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. This football season, I'm going after Jalen Hurts every time, and I'm going more and more and more. I've got a chance to win $1 million, and honestly, I'm looking at the best deal I can get with Prize Picks because it's making it work for me. That's right. Prize Picks even lets you follow up on other players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click in their all-new feed tab. Download Prize Picks apps today. Use code SQUIRTALERT and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code SQUIRTALERT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And now, back to the end. Holy fuck. All right, we got phone calls. Let's see. What are they? Are they long?
Nope, 23 seconds, 50 seconds. So,
Oh,
all right. Here we go.
Yo, Ryan.
Okay,
It's Rye. Gay Rye. Chrissy is my dog. Doesn't mean Christmas. Chrissy is my dog. My boxer dog. Chrissy. That's my dog. When I say that, talking about my dog. Later.
Chip, I want you to try. I want you to try to interpret
Yeah.
what that was about.
So was that also Ryan?
That was Gay Rye.
Gay Rye.
It's Gay Rye.
And he's
calls
got a
it all
dog
the
named
time.
Chrissy.
He's got a dog named Chrissy.
But the dog's real name is not Christmas.
it's not Christmas.
It's it's Christina or Christiane or something.
I'm not totally sure. But Gay Rye did call a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he left a message about I thought he was referring to Christmas
Yeah.
because he kept saying Chrissy.
Oh, so you thought that's what he called holiday?
because he's gay. I was like, wow, these gay guys got names.
It's only 52 days till Chrissy.
Yeah, Chrissy's coming.
Got to get the Pollyanna for Chrissy.
I would be like, yeah, I guess Chrissy is coming. See, that was another thing. I treat him like almost like an Amish. I don't want to offend him.
Right, you don't want to offend him, but you'll just go to his house and look at him.
I'll gawk at his Chrissy tree.
Can you imagine just you and a bunch of 11-year-olds? Can you imagine what Chrissy is like here?
Losing like what gay Christmas is like.
And they just call it Chrissy. That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard come out of your mouth. That you thought that homosexuals refer to Christmas, Jesus's birthday, is Chrissy.
As Chrissy. I really did.
I gotta get some shrimp scampi on Good Fries.
Yeah, on Friesies. Oh man, yeah. Chrissy Eve, come on.
Yeah. Got to get a new suit for Easties.
That sounds, dude. That sounds real.
Yeah.
If a gay guy said that in front of you, would you question it?
I mean,
Would you question it?
in what context? Give me the context of what exactly what would come out of his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're walking down the street.
Yeah.
You run into a friend of yours who is gay.
Right.
And he's like,
and you're not allowed to speak to him unless he speaks to you
unless
first.
he stands in front of you.
He just presents himself
and waits, as the gays do.
Yeah.
And he's like, Chippy, what are you doing for Chrissy this year?
See, then I 100% would think you're saying Christmas.
You would be
Yes.
like, oh, you mean the Yuletide?
Yeah.
You mean holiday season?
Yep. Yeah. That's yes.
You would accept it.
I would. Why 100%?
Or if
would.
you wrote you a card like Merry Chrissy.
Merry Chrissy.
Oh my God, you would.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, then
This is what they. Yeah.
And let's just say, a week after you get that Chrissy card,
Yep.
another man says, oh man, I can't wait to see my parents this Chrissy.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Oh,
he's gay.
he's gay. I didn't
And
know.
gays.
Yeah, and they
That's what
say
the
this.
gays say.
Yeah.
You would assume that. I would assume that. I don't know. I don't know what.
No, and that's fine, and that's totally fine.
Yes,
but like you,
without a doubt.
okay, you sort of let something slip that you're like, oh, I gotta do my Chrissy shopping. You're like, oh wait, what did I just say?
Last minute Chrissy shopping. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
It's a terrible time.
Yeah.
But I also was like,
My favorite song is Chrissy Shoes. About the dead mom with the shoes. Just Chrissy Shoes.
wait, there's a song.
Wait, you don't know Christmas Shoes?
No, what is that about?
Oh, it's the best.
It's a
the
song
best.
about a dead mom and her shoes?
It's the story. It's 20, 30 years old. I mean, it's like sort of a country song. It's very like heart. It pulls your heart. It is a song about a guy who is basically in line at a store, at a store on Christmas Eve, and he's gonna. I am not making this up. He's in line at a store Christmas Eve and in the hustle and bustle, and he's gonna buy something. But there's a little boy in front of him who has a pair of shoes, like nice women's shoes, like high heels. And he's like, I wish I had enough money for that. I'm trying to buy. He's trying to like make the money for it.
Sure.
I swear to you, because he wants to get his mother these Christmas shoes because she's going to meet Jesus soon. She's a sick, dying mother, and she's going to meet Jesus soon.
Wow.
And he wants her to have fancy shoes.
That is dark.
The Christmas shoes. Christmas shoes. Look it up.
I didn't know.
It's the greatest.
Who sings this song?
No idea. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Proud to Be an American guy, like one of those.
Oh,
it's like one
yeah,
of those.
yeah.
It's that type. I don't think it's him. Like
She's
green.
about to meet Jesus.
That's exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
And he needed to keep his blues.
And then it's like,
So he went out
Yeah.
and bought some Christmas shoes.
I mean, you are just, for somebody who's never heard it, you are literally, you are nailing the song right now.
That's how it goes.
That's exactly what it is.
And
Yeah.
the snow's falling on the pavement.
This is
Then he
word
walked
for word.
through the street.
Yeah.
And he handed out his candy without ever missing a beat.
Now you're talking about Halloween. Those are Halloween shoes at this point, which could be a great sequel.
I
But
mean,
that's
it's more
literally what-
appropriate.
Yeah.
Halloween shoes because
Yeah.
your mom's going to die.
Yep.
And then you get nuns in the graveyard
Nuns
with
in
the fire.
I'm so mad I missed the nuns in the
Dude,
graveyard.
it was out of control.
God.
It was crazy. And there were so many nuns everywhere. That
Yeah.
was another thing. Tons of penguins. Tons of them.
Just waddling up and down
Up and
17th
down,
Street.
dude. All right, we got one more phone call. Yeah, thank you, Gay Rye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yo, Ryan. Big fan. Love the end. Hello, guest. Hope you're doing good. So my wife is an OnlyFans lady. Makes like a fuck ton of money. I work at a dumbass vape shop, and telling me by the end of the year I got to get a better job, or she's gonna kick me out. What do you think I should do? Oh, I started selling weed, and now I'm making like 4 times as much as I was.
At the vape shop, of course.
Still bitching at me to get a new job. What do I do, Ryan? Thank you.
I mean,
You're
it's
the man, bro.
I think
Go
it's
Bird.
Go
birds.
birds, dude.
I think it's pretty clear. It's OnlyFans too. I mean, start the franchise, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Get out there.
Why are you? I think if you have a lady that's doing OnlyFans,
Yeah.
I guess and she's first off, bitching at you to make more money. You have a job. It's not like you're not doing nothing.
Yeah. She's the breadwinner.
You're out there running a mom and pop vape shop, trying to get people all the, the blackberry freeze and
Yep.
the pear burnt cedar wood or whatever the fuck else kind of flavors there are.
And she's running a mom and pop X tube.
And she's out there flashing gash for who knows? He said a fair amount of money. I don't know how much that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a lot.
There's only 2 people that I know that have made a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
And it's in the millions.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
it is crazy. Like, and don't get me wrong, I have also met people who have had OnlyFans who didn't make a lot of money.
Sure. Yeah. There's always a spectrum.
However, I will say the only reason they didn't make a lot of money was because their work ethic was off. I don't think people.
It's all about the hustle. It's about the game.
Danny, you
yeah.
can chuckle all you want.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. There were.
No, I can imagine it's a ton of work.
It's a
to edit
grind,
in
dude.
It's
Hashtag, baby.
probably nuts.
Yeah. It's anything is
crazy.
if you're a stand-up comedian, if you're an OnlyFans model, you have to grind. That's the hardest part of my job. I can't. It's getting booked at shows.
You
It's like,
can't take no days off, dude.
I show up to any club, I can be funny. I know I can do that. But to get booked at club, that's
It's crazy.
90% of the job.
There was only one woman I ever met who, when she explained it to me, I was like, "Wow, you're not just working smarter. You're not working harder. You're working smarter. This is crazy."
Yeah.
So what she would do, because to keep, and she was explaining, she's like, "Yeah, like the women who make a lot of money, it's just because of the amount of content they're putting out and the amount of fan interaction they have."
Okay.
So you have
Okay, now and answer me this because I'm not super well versed on the OnlyFans. If you're an OnlyFans model, are you putting out? Is it live stuff? Is it recorded stuff? It could be a variety.
I think it can be both.
It can be both. Okay, yeah.
Because like the one chick who, again, she was making a fair amount of money because like she quit. This also happened. When the 2020 OnlyFans boom.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The OnlyFans boom of the Great Play happened.
It's like the comedy boom of the 80s.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Everybody was on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So she started then and then has continued. She was like, and this was like 3 years ago we were talking. She was like, "Yeah, what I do is I film like for a full day."
Yeah.
Like 5-minute different things. And she's like, and I put on different outfits and I film. I put on a different outfit and I film. And she does it like all day, or she'll do like 2 days straight of straight filming.
Where she could just do like a month's worth.
And then she can stagger it out.
Yeah.
And then she uses like most of the downtime to like interact with fans on like the fucking.
Yeah.
Like, cause she's like, that was the other thing too. If you are not responding to messages you are getting, there will be dudes who will. They'll just drop
you.
They'll just drop
Yeah.
the subscription.
But they're paying.
A
couple bucks a month or whatever.
Sure, but like you gotta interact with them. Like
Okay.
even if it's like hey or hello or like just like stupid
sweetie.
crap,
Yeah.
dude. It's
Tell them about Trevor
crazy.
Buzzard. Yeah, whatever it is.
I saw a gravestone with a kid's face on it.
Imagine just
Some
getting all
guy's like-
hot and heavy. Just
I guess she did. Yeah.
yeah, she did.
Wait a minute. What happened? Did he die in a bus crash with
Yeah.
a beehive?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
By the way,
nuts.
all we've talked about tonight is just people watching other people live their lives and gawking at it. Like what you did, Springford Elementary School was just it was the Amish OnlyFans of 1991. Where you just stood there. You're like, yeah, churn that butter.
Yeah, dude.
Milk that cow.
It was so odd. And I think about this is the other thing. I try to like separate myself, like try to look at it from like an Amish kid's perspective.
Right.
You're standing there and you're going about whatever. I don't know how the schooling works.
Chores.
With these kids.
Right.
Chores. Let's just say chores. You're out there, you're pulling out wheat or whatever, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then 3 huge yellow buses just show up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of them open up and there's 40 kids each.
From the future.
From the future, dude. Wearing neon colors and backwards hats and like fucking just standing there slapping
braces. You mean you touch
magic?
You touch the t-shirt and it changes colors? Are you kidding me, Jacob?
Dude, it's like aliens invading.
Yeah.
You're just like, they're like, what are these? Like I was waiting for
One of the
these
kids just shows up with a pogo ball. And you're
Oh
like,
my God. That was another thing too. We weren't, I don't know if we were told, but none of us did. And this was one of the only field trips we never did. Because even when we would go like other places, kids would bring like, I guess now they would be considered fidget toys.
Right, yeah,
But they would bring shit
a
with them.
He-Man or a
Anything.
whatever. Yeah.
Like there was a couple times we went on a field trip to the Pottstown landfill.
Amazing.
Dude, we
Just went to the High Street Diner after
we
that.
had no money in this school. They were just taking
Let's go look at the dump.
Let's go look at these fucking weird children and go look
Go
at
to the
trash.
landfill.
That's it.
All right, having lunch at Pumptown Tavern.
Yeah, dude, we would have loved it.
Can I give this guy some advice?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So I think he should have ChatGPT write him a business plan for opening a vape shop.
Dude, what if he opens up a vape shop alongside of his girlfriend and it's called a gape shop?
There it is.
There we go.
There it is. There's the answer.
Vapes and gapes?
Yeah.
We figured it out for you, bud.
Dude, there you go, dude.
Only pens?
Only pens.
Yeah, right?
Just slide us 10%.
Yeah,
that's
thank
all
you,
we
dude.
need.
We
Yeah.
just fixed your life, dude.
Yeah.
You are welcome. The Sharks have spoken.
Yeah.
Dude.
Let's just say Chrissy came early this year.
Chrissy came early. And a happy New Year's. Ooh. But yeah, dude, there was a girl who brought a skip it to the dump. Like outside of the Pottstown landfill, just skipping it. And we're like, I can't imagine being like
In fairness, I picture you finding your toy there.
Oh, at
Yeah.
the dump?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When we were going, so
I know you saw something cool that you wanted to take home so
Danny?
bad.
Danny, you go through the dump and they're like this. So this is the first time we went because we went again in 6th grade.
Of course.
We went again in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So this
I
first
like to
time,
think that's how you spent Earth Day.
just watching, just the dump truck, like, this is we're working on it. But the thing was though, we went to the dump. The field trip was all about conservation.
Okay.
It was all about
Yeah.
like the recycling that we're doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the recycling was brand new for those who don't know in the 90s.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
recycling
We got
became
those-
brand new.
We got those blue crates and we're like, what is this? We are in the future.
What? We're putting plastic in here?
Yeah.
Dude, we used to, looking back when we were kids, the amount of like, and again, I do feel a little bit morally remiss about this. I littered a lot when I was a kid.
Did you?
I littered all the time. And and not just me, like my dad, we would be driving down the street. If there was like food in a bag, we'd be like, get that fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just throw it out the window. It was like, you're like, oh yeah, I guess you can do that. There's no big, like cans, you crush them,
Just out.
just over. And it wasn't until I was in elementary school, like, yeah, throw it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw it
you
away.
Find
and
a
now,
receptacle.
and now we're going to put it in different bins. And you got to separate
separate
the
it?
paper and then the plastic
plastics?
and the metal and the glass. And honestly, if you really want to get crazy, it's green glass in this one and clear
Clear
glass.
glass on that one.
Dude, our school became a very crazy green school. And one thing that really drove it was my teacher, Mrs. Sellers, when I was in 4th grade. She had a son who was in Greenpeace.
Oh.
And he came to our school and he was talking about like what Greenpeace does. Now, keep in mind, we're children.
Yeah.
We have like he's giving us like a vague description of what
Greenpeace is.
Now, when he's doing this, he's making Greenpeace sound like, okay, you go out there and you tell people to recycle and you tell people not to litter and you tell people to stop killing endangered animals and stop doing
cutting the rings on the
yeah. Oh yeah. All of that.
Yeah.
So then he gave us these things, and I remember he gave us these stickers. They were like this big. And it had the Greenpeace logo on it, and it literally said, stick this on corporate logos outside of, like, basically telling you to do vandalize.
Really?
It was like, whenever you see like a truck, put it on the truck. If you go to a grocery store, put it on the window, like all this stuff. And I remember my teacher, who's his mother, was like, Jeffrey, no. Do not give and she's like, okay, kids, so it says to do this.
You are not allowed.
Why don't you just stick them on your door at your house? You know, like don't do that.
Put it on your notebook, your trapper keeper.
And he was like, well, no, people got to learn, Mom. He was like, people have to understand. And then this was also nuts, which later I think she apologized to our class, and then we got letters at home. Apologize,
right.
He showed us a Greenpeace, like I guess it was like a recruitment video. And the video was a music video set to It's the End of the World by REM.
It's my favorite song of all time, by the way.
Great song.
Yeah.
But it was all the wild shit that Greenpeace is trying to stop.
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you what.
Dead dolphins.
Watching a gorilla get hit in the back of dude, it was tons of shit. Whaling ships, seals being clubbed, tons of like, you're just like, what? And it's kids in fourth grade just like, oh my God. And and then they show like the good guys, Greenpeace showing up, and they're jumping on the ships and they're punching. Dude, it was nuts.
I bet you can find that video on YouTube. Oh, I gotta see.
And then at the end, so it's a terrible video. Then at the end, there's like when like Michael Stipe is repeating like it's the end, like and it's like just on repeat. There's like a gorilla slowly blinking, and it's like going of like thousands of blah 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 animals are eradicated every year. Like pollution is blah blah. It's like, and it's just listening. I'm like, kids are like, I remember Jenny Ealing started crying. Of course, just like. And we were like, oh my God. Like, but then I remember thinking, like, these sons of bitches, man. I can't believe they're doing this to the Amazon, man.
Gotta get them. Get them.
It's like, you know who's responsible for this? These fucking Amish people. Like, we just took a field trip. They're not even contributing. They're not doing anything.
I didn't see any recycling over there.
They don't recycle. They actually slashing and burning the whole fucking. They're building barns with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got really in on
really into it. That's great. Good for you.
But
guys.
But then it stopped because it was also like, you know, you found out very quickly how that was another thing when we went to the landfill and we found out how recycling worked.
Yeah.
And then they were like only telling us like that a percentage actually, and we were like,
what are we doing?
So what are we doing this for?
Yeah.
Like you're also not like we're putting in a punch of effort.
Right.
Like you're telling all of us to do this shit when really now also the other thing that blew my mind was the separation of the clear glass and the green glass, which I understand in the grand scheme should be done for certain things. However, when you went to the Pottstown landfill, they're just dumping it all on the same thing.
Yeah, it's all together.
And we're like, well, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are we doing all this shit for?
Yeah.
But when we were in the recycling plant, Danny, to go back to me finding a cool toy, there was this dude, I do not know what it was. To this day, and like I kept, like it's burned into my mind, but I don't know what it was. It was because one thing the 80s and 90s had in spades were play sets for action figures.
Yeah.
They don't even I don't even think they make that shit.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't even think action figures aren't even for children. They're like collectibles.
They're collectibles now. They don't play with them because they're just on their phones. Wait, you're talking about like Castle Grayskull and that type of stuff.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck this was.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the more I think about it, because I did look it up, I keep looking it up. I think what it was Bruce Wayne's Batcave.
Batcave.
From the Tim Burton's Batman.
89, Batman 89.
So it was this, and even as I'm talking, like it was definitely that. So it was this black. It looked like the front of like a big mansion.
Sure.
But it was like on the front, it had this like it almost looked like tiger stripes on the front.
Okay.
That were like purple and black, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" But then it was like on the side there was like grappling hooks and like a fucking like thing that looked like a conveyor belt and like a zip line. I was like, "What is that?" And I kept trying to get close enough to it. I was like, so this is just garbage,
Yeah,
right?"
we can just, it's free,
And
right?
he was like,
Public
"Yeah,
property.
this is plastic that we're taking." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "So this is nobody wants this."
Right.
I kept being like,
You're trying to be the hero. You're like, this doesn't have to go in the
I was
landfill.
like, dude, if I had known the word repurpose, I would have been throwing that around like you wouldn't believe. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to. If I knew upcycling,
Could you imagine?
dude, they'd be like, what is that? And then they're like,
if you invented it,
did you just wait a minute? What did you just say?
so you'll take this away from the landfill. You'll take this off our hands.
So you're taking this back. So what you're saying, you're reducing the waste and you're reusing the plastic and you're recycling your plate. Oh my God. Like, yeah, dude, let me have this fucking action playset.
Okay, this is the craziest part. Okay, this is what happens. This is how I see it playing out in your head if you actually were able to get this.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So somehow you asked the guy, you charmed him, or you just went over and you just took it. You took this like set. I'm assuming
I
you
would
kind
have
of
told
like,
him I don't get anything for Chrissy.
Chrissy, yeah, I don't get anything for Chrissy this year. It was on my
Chrissy's
Chrissy
coming
list.
up.
And it's like, it opens it up, right? It like opens up or closes, whatever. It's
dude,
collapsible.
It was one of these things where you could see the side, and then as you move, because it was like on a pile.
Right.
So like as we were going around, you could see it was almost like a book.
Yes.
So it was like kind of open on the side.
yes,
And I was
yeah.
like, this is so sick.
And then you just go in, you grab it, you take it, you're like, I got it. You literally just like bring it in onto the back of the bus. Teachers don't see it. You get it into school, you get it on the bus on the way home, you finally get it, and you take it, you run to your room, and you're just like, let me get in there, you shut the door, and then you're just cleaning it all off because you're like, it was in.
It was in gross stuff.
It was in the gross stuff. So I'm cleaning it off, and as you open it up, you just see in the bottom corner, there's just a little etching, the name of the kid who etched it, and it just says T. Buzzard. And you're like,
no! And then actually I open it up, his spirit comes out of the fucking thing. I'm like, God damn it, I fucking knew it. He's like, it was in there for a reason. Oh my God. He's like, and you have to leave it at my grave now. I have to take it back.
to take this Thundercats home.
It was fucking awesome. And I know the funny thing is, you're like, yeah, you get it. Dude, I knew it was such a, like, I was like, oh man, I'm trying to talk this guy into letting me take it.
Yeah.
But I also knew, like, if there's no way I could just take it, because I knew if I did, the wheels would be off of other kids.
Oh, yeah. And then they would just go grab
There's no
everything.
one I could be like, yo, keep it quiet. I'm taking this.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, yo, he's taking stuff. I'm taking this. Dude, it would have been kids swimming around like
it's the
Scrooge McDuck.
Nickelodeon Super Toy Run in just with a lot of tetanus.
Super poor run. That's exactly it. The only thing you win is a free checkup to get a tetanus shot, dude.
Yeah.
These kids would be dying.
Just get a skip it and lockjaw.
Holy shit! This has been the End Podcast with Ryan Chantry. Thank you for being on the show. Oh my God! Thank you for everyone who's calling. Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment or question, or you can thank Danny for coming up with the Shark Tank answer of figuring out how to make your OnlyFans lady just be happy with your job. Gape Vapes is $1 billion idea.
Yeah.
And if you're not on it, you're an idiot. Also, if you guys haven't, we're going to put the link in the description. Check out the book I wrote called Solomon. Please get it. It's we've sold over 165 copies.
Nice. Very nice.
You know?
You're really selling them because it's like Solomon. That's how we have to end it.
We ended on such a high note.
And then we did that.
And when you did that.
And then, but remember, get that Solomon for your best friend for Chrissy.
For Chrissy this year.
It
makes an excellent Chrissy gift. It's a fucking, it's great. Yeah, please get it. We're going to switch it over to the Patreon. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next time.